Chetti Chapoy. Good news doesn't always last a long time, but we celebrate what we can. Because sometimes we have to mobilize for the next assault, the next barrier, but that makes us who we are. We're coming out of a very long, dark winter in the 70s with people standing up like many of our spiritual leaders, the people who began to heal. We still have a lot of healing to do. As I said yesterday, our unity with the veterans is we're unifying our PTSD. We're coming together and we're healing together. We don't understand the original instructions sometimes, so we have to be reminded. So some of us, as soon as we have a trauma response, Dohan Gak Doka Chana Himicha, I get panicky when something unexpected happens. Some of that is natural to survive, but some of it is trauma. So sometimes after people say, oh my God, the sky's gonna fall. Oh my God, somebody said this. All the cars start pulling in, the horns honking, grandma's phone's ringing, the sisters are fighting, somebody cuts up somebody's clothes. Was you at the house or what? So we end up, the kids call carried away. So we're making relationship with our traumas, and we share that. And sometimes when things get, I guess, they seem unsurmountable, or they seem too hard and seem too impossible, the great mystery gives us a hand. And I'll share something with you that gives that example in the most unexpected places. What is happening right here is a miracle. About 6 months ago, 6 years ago, we revived Hakaksincha, lacrosse in my home community of Nihankwan. Sometimes in the Dakota, when we have conflict, we get chanzeka at each other, we would play lacrosse. They said that one time they played lacrosse or Hakaksincha for 6 days before they came to resolution. And once when they came to resolution, they put those sticks, it's called Creator's Game. They put them on the field, and they said, we're done. Whoever won takes the piece. It's not about taking the win. So we're doing that. This is it's kind of like a lacrosse game, Creator's Game. So tempers are short sometimes. I want to put my hands up to a young girl that came up to me about an hour ago. Some of us, when we have depression, we really get irritable. That's a trauma response. In the trauma response, we go roller coaster, up and down, up and down. So sometimes when we settle in that big dark hole, which is necessary to heal, in depression, we really get irritable. So this is the major test that you're going through right now. But like I said, my Donna told me, when you signed up for it, did you think you would not be tested? So you're going through the test right now, and I witnessed something out by the elevator. I'm going to get in the elevator, and one of the vets, you vets are just amazing. You mobilize, you're taking care of the camp, you're helping our security. Some of you are cleaning the rooms. Anyway, this vet was trying to get this girl to move her car because they need to get that cleared for emergency and safety. And so her trauma is that it sends her to the ceiling if a man hollers at her. Her trauma kicked in. His trauma kicked in. It could have been a battlefield, but I came up, and those of us that are elders, our role is to, what Rosalie Little Thunder told me about, it's been about 3 years, she's been gone 2 years. I asked Rosalie, I said, Mushke, what do you think, now that we've arrived at this intersect of being an elder, what do you think it is to be an elder? She kind of thought for a while, and she said, I think You're an elder when you're good to listen to. If you're not good to listen to, you're just old. That means you got to go back to work. So those of you that are elders here, we got to be good to listen to. So at that elevator, I thought about that. I thought, I can't be letting my red rage kick in. I got to do what I can in a good way. So I just put my hand out, and where that little girl's heart is, I said, "My girl, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay." She said, "Don't you touch me." And I said, "Okay, but it's still going to be all right." And so she went into the elevator, and I followed her to the elevator. And I said, "They're just trying to do their job." He followed her in, and I wanted to stand beside her because some people who've been violated by men, it's a trauma response when a man hollers. And so she was experiencing that, so now I understand it. But she kind of snapped her head. She got off the, little girl, angry. She went down the hallway. So then I came back in here a little bit ago. Pretty soon she came up and she knelt down and she said, "Grandma, I'm sorry." She said, I couldn't control it. I got mad. But she said, "You scared me because when you touched my heart fluttered." So it did touch her tante, but the important thing that she came back and asked for forgiveness. So I know that the PTSD is in the house, and we're celebrating it. But we got to make relationships for it. So some of you that get irritated, there is limited room in here. A little bit ago, I was standing over there, or over here, I can't even remember where I was. But somebody came in and put their bags down from the storm. And somebody said, "Hey, this is my camp." So we got to be good to listen to, right? So I turned around and I said, "This is all of our camp. We got to share it." So some of us with that PTSD, we're going to get territorial. But, I grew up in a big family. We only had one room. We used to look like sausages in that little shack. We were just all lined up. And sometimes on top of each other. So the camp is big, and we have no reason to complain about it. We asked for this. We asked you to come. So now we tried our best to take care of you, but holy smokes, we never thought thousands would come. So that means that you have to help us take care of you. I just did my heart good. I saw a bunch of vets taking towels down the hallway. They're helping with the laundry. They're helping with everything. They're going through the camp. So that's the real reason that you came. You didn't come here to take the hill. You came here to meet the Inamaka. So with the announcement that we got, with the easement being denied, a lot of the tribal leaders kind of felt like that was coming because the court had said they understood that they would take the Morton County and the sheriff off the federal lands because illegally they defederalized that land. They can't do that with trust responsibility. So Chairman Fraser from the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe spoke real strong. And he said, "Colonel Henderson, I want you removed." And Colonel Henderson said, "If you take back that letter, I'll take back the letter from Morton County, and we'll move our officers." But he said, "I don't think you can control these thousands of people." And you know what? He was right. We couldn't control you. We had several actions where people would just charge up there. And you know how a lot of you are combat veterans. You know how the front line loses communication with the back line? That happened when that little girl got hurt. The front line was saying, go back, de-escalation." They just kept coming. They were just running into the rubber bullets that they were firing. There was dissension on the front line. So we learned from that. It was nobody's fault. We were having a huge, giant, big-time trauma response. And so we were just trying to survive. But at the same time, we know that there was no excuse for what they did. So we are proud of those that tried to face that to the best of their ability. But at the same time, the tribal leaders were saying, in their insurance, if they say there was a riot, they can reclaim the loss of their insurance. So we have to stay away from the violence. And then the prayer that we're following, there's a young spiritual leader, I won't say his name, I want to protect him. He did ceremony with the Cannonball people and the Hunkapa, Ihankwana, and the other people that came to the ceremony, and he laid the prayers out. Other spiritual leaders came and added to that. So we're following a prayer. And so in our Dakota, Lakota, Nakota way, when the prayers are answered, usually there's hail, rain, or snow. So the blessing came. So we're thankful for that. A little bit, a lot of blessings, I think we got over blessed. But I think the idea is to, if you are experiencing some of the trauma response, we're here together. We can help each other. If somebody gets irritated, don't buy into it. If you need to walk away, walk away. Some people don't like to be touched. It's okay. It's however you are. But pay attention to you can't control people, places, or things, but you can control yourself. You don't have to get all snappy at somebody else if they snap at you. And I really, really have a lot of just wonderful feelings towards the hotel staff. I was standing out there in the hotel and everybody's complaining about the workers. You know, when I first came here, they used to fix their hair. Poor things, their hair is all over the place. They don't even have time to fix their hair. So have woa mushida for them. Have compassion for them. They've got families at home. They're working overtime. I do want to say something. Somebody wrote on the wall in the hotel and they put Maniwi Choni. So if somebody knows who that person is, forgiveness and I guess working that out with the hotel would be much appreciated. We don't do that to our TVs. We don't do that to our those safe places. And it might be young people, it might be old people, who knows? But we just want you to have the ultimate respect because we are still in ceremony. Because we've got 4 tough years with Wichacha There's a strange individual that is the leader of this country now. So we know that our people